Well, that sucked. If you watched the stream last night, which thank you if you did, I said I was gonna sleep the game off and react in the morning. Well, it's almost the afternoon, but here it is. Um, yeah. So Patriots lose 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. Seattle gets their revenge for Super Bowl 49, and it wasn't close. Like, the score does not dictate how much of an ass whooping this was both ways. Because the Patriots defense, especially Christian Gonzalez, is literally the only reason why this game isn't a repeat of the Super Bowl in '85 against the Bears, where it's like a 40 something to 10 blowout. And number two, um, at the same token, there's a couple of passes that if Sam makes them, those are deep touchdowns. Um, first of all, credit to the Seahawks. Y'all got it done. Um, I have said it a million times and I'll say it again. New England was not supposed to make it this far. I do think it should be mentioned that Seattle probably was not thought of to make it this far either, especially with getting Darnold in free agency. But Seattle, it is crazy that Sam Darnold, out of a QB class that includes Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson, it's Darnold, the Jets cast off, that is the first one of that group to win a Super Bowl. And if he's the only one in that group to win a Super Bowl, that's going to be one hell of a trivia question down the road. Um, but yeah, I said I wasn't going to be mad if we lost. I'm just more frustrated than anything else because for about the first 3 quarters of that game, that was a very winnable game. If we could have just cracked that defense and got a touchdown or two, we would have had a chance. Because Seattle could not do anything once they got too deep into our side of the field and kept having to settle for field goals. There was a 4th and 1 where, yeah, we were on our side of the field, but if we just run the ball, we probably have a shot to convert it. And I'm surprised. I think Vrabel probably wishes he had that one back. Um, but in the grand scheme of things, I think this game showed. I think this whole playoff run showed what we need to do this offseason. Like, the defense is great. Christian Gonzalez, pay that man what he wants. Whatever he wants for a contract extension, pay him immediately. Um, we have managed to reload our defensive backfield. Craig Woodson, he was a godsend in the playoffs. Marcus Jones, still incredible. Um, I'm interested to see what happens with guys like Caleb Von Chason. Is this a 1 year wonder, or is this something he can continue doing as a rotational piece? But the offensive line is the main priority. You saw what the Bears did last year. They traded for Joe Thuney out of Kansas City. There was another lineman that they traded for and stuff like that. Um, and it worked out gangbusters for them for the most part. So, offensive line should be the priority this year. I'm seeing arguments that Will Campbell might need to be moved to guard. I don't know if he should. I know that when he came into the league, he had it was the argument was that his arms are too short. Insert CM Punk quote to The Rock. I guess I guess when we stepped on the field, our arms were too short to box with God. That being the Seahawks defense. Um, Damn, I might have to use that for a meme later. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Campbell has been that great since coming back from injury. He set a record for the most pressures given up, I think, in the Super Bowl, and Drake May broke the record for the most sacks in a playoff run, beating out Joe Burrow from 2021. if that tells you anything. Um, and what's crazy is I do think the Patriots offensive line is better than the Bengals was that time. But Drake isn't the same talent as Burrow. Drake is good. Drake May is really good. He's not the same talent as Joe Burrow though. So like Burrow can make things happen. When he's has a shitty O line, May couldn't. There were a couple of times where I'm watching this game and I'm like, why are you not running the ball? Why are you not like? There was when he got the lineman pushed back into him for a sack. If Drake literally scoots to the left, he and takes off, he's got a first down run. Like I'm not joking. That's a first down run waiting to happen, and he just didn't take it. Maybe the lineman grabs him, but even still, he gets some yards out of it. So, um, this Drake's going to be heading into his third season. The main thing is that we know we have a franchise quarterback who just needs some more seasoning. Um, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the receiving core. I do think that I want to see I want to see Kyle Williams and Efton Chisholm the third improve in the offseason because I do think they can be great pieces to this offense. I would not be opposed, especially with Stephon Diggs' off the field concerns. I would not be opposed to bringing in another really good wide receiver into this room. Maybe do something about tight end. I'm not sure, but um, just make some general improvements, and this team will be perfectly fine. Um, it's going to be interesting to see what next year looks like, considering that Kansas City's going to fix their stuff. Baltimore's going to be interesting with a different head coach. Pittsburgh, they're going to be Pittsburgh. Buffalo's going to be interesting to watch this offseason. Denver and the Chargers are both going to be good again. Some other teams, are going to be making improvements. Texans, they got to figure out the Stroud situation. Jaguars look to be back. Colts, if they can figure out the QB situation, should be good. And now you have a report that Max Crosby has already told Tom Brady he doesn't want to play for the Raiders next year. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe if we get Max Crosby in free agent or as a in the offseason, I'm gonna lose it because that could be huge. But yeah, like I said, offensive line is the main priority. Um, and yeah, so Seattle, congratulations. You earned that one. Um, Kenneth Walker, Michigan State alum, wins Super Bowl MVP. That's awesome. Um, yeah, no, it's been said all of the past 2 weeks. If the Patriots could just block, they'd have a chance. They could not do that. So offensive line is the main priority. And just as long as everyone improves, we should be fine. But I do think, even with the easy schedule argument, I do think this year shows that the Patriots are back. Mike Vrabel is going to have a one hell of an off season. Like I said, Drake is our guy, and yeah. So anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. Check out links in the description for both Steering Wheel Nation and Inside Pit Pass. Thank you. Subscribe, like. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.